Consider a virtual network subnet configured with an Azure Service Endpoint policy from Microsoft.Storage. The policy is configured to restrict traffic to a single specific storage account named Storage 1. Which storage accounts is a virtual machine in this subnet permitted to access through the service endpoint?
The options are Option A, Storage 1 in the East US region and its paired replica. Option B, Storage 1 in the East US region only. Option C, Storage 1 and Storage 2 in the East US region only. Option D, Storage 1 and Storage 2 in the East US region and their paired replicas.
To understand this, consider how Azure Service Endpoint policies function as a granular control mechanism. They act as a filter on egress traffic, specifically limiting the scope of which service resources a subnet can reach. The core concept here revolves around how these policies define access boundaries for traffic heading from your virtual network toward Azure services, ensuring that communication is permitted only to authorized endpoints. In my view, the correct answer is option B, which states that the virtual machine can access Storage 1 in the East US region only. Service endpoint policies are designed specifically to filter egress traffic from a virtual network to designated Azure service resources. When you associate a policy with a subnet and configure it for the Microsoft.Storage service, with a scope limited to a single specific account, you are explicitly creating a whitelist. Consequently, the subnet is permitted to access that one resource and no others. Therefore, any other account, like Storage 2, is blocked by default. Regarding the other options, they are incorrect because the policy scope is strictly limited to Storage 1. Including other accounts or replica storage in the permission set contradicts the specific constraint applied by the policy. As an exam tip, always remember that service endpoint policies provide a deny by default logic once a policy is applied, ensuring that only the resources you explicitly define are accessible from that subnet.